Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Leanne. If you hear any dogs barking in the background, it is my neighbors. I cannot control them, so I apologize. I just wanted to quickly talk about when you persist and you're consistent, how manifestations show up in ways that you might not even realize. So I affirm that, my bills are always paid. And it doesn't matter. I don't stress about like where's the money coming from. I mean, obviously I work, but I don't stress about it. I just always affirm my bills are always paid. And one of them that I was saying a lot too was I always get free things. So I wanted to talk about money that I had owed. I was on a monthly plan. I was paying a specific amount every month, and my last payment's supposed to be in May. All of a sudden I get a payment, I think it was like $3.89, and it said, like a big thank you, and this is your last payment, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, what? I'm supposed to pay up until May. But I didn't question it, because in the past I remember something like this had happened, and I questioned it, and I called the company, and like I really dived into it, and then I manifested them realizing that, oh no, it was an error, and you still owe blah blah blah. So this time I was like, no, of course it's paid off, because all of my bills are paid, and it doesn't matter how or why, all of my bills are paid. It happened when I was in Florida as well. I always get travel insurance, and I was in the hospital, and of course, they don't have free healthcare. Even if they did, I'm from Canada, so I have to pay, through insurance. But anyways, so I had a bill. I called up my insurance, because I had to make the claim, blah, blah, blah. They said that most of my bill was already paid, and they didn't understand why. So I had to call the hospital and, the accounting department and everything. Apparently a big chunk of my bill was paid. They have no idea who paid it, where it came from. I have no idea. I mean, I wasn't going to have to pay out of pocket anyways, but it was just so interesting how all of my bills are paid, and that was just miraculously paid like that, And I know it sounds crazy, but I didn't question it. And I was like, okay, fine, my bill is paid, and then my insurance paid off the balance. And so yeah, if you stick with it and you don't try to debunk it, then you're going to see that that is your manifestation that you've been working on, because if we want to get these manifestations out of thin air, you can't question it, because that is how it happens. It's just you, the universe, paying it off, taking care of business, taking care of whatever it is that, you're affirming for. So yeah, don't question it, because if you question it, that means you're looking for evidence outside of yourself that it's not true. And so, of course, you're going to be shown some way that it's not true. So just accept it, If you keep affirming that your ex is coming back and they come back, don't question that, oh, they must just want to have, a booty call or something. No, because if that's not what you've been affirming for, and you've been affirming for a solid relationship, then they're coming back because they can't live without you, because you're the most amazing person on earth, and they have missed you so much, and they want you back in their life. So yeah, don't question when you see a manifestation show up. I have done that too many times, but you know what? Manifestation makes no sense. There is no logic in it, If you really believe that you're just going to wake up and there's going to be $1 billion in a big garbage bag sitting on your porch, then that's going to happen. But I don't know anybody who really truly deep down believes that that's an assumption of them. But if you did, it really can happen, just like that. And so don't question it. Your bills are paid, everything's taken care of. You know, I always say I have a high credit score, and if something happens that makes it drop, so what? It's temporary. I just tell myself, oh no, it's temporary, or it's an error on the web page, and you know, everything is fine. Everything always works out for me. I always get what I want. These are the things that I affirm for, and I've learned to just go with the flow. Just let it happen, you know, because I know how frustrating and stressful it is when you're just sitting there and worrying and wanting something so badly. But that is telling yourself, you know, your higher self, that you don't have it, that you are lacking it. And then you're going to continue to see evidence that you're lacking it. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in, like, trust the process, you know? I know that, like, I always go for, like, you know, the end result. That's what I focus on. But if you have a really hard time and you really are not believing it, then try something simple. You know, like, I remember when I first started this journey, and I was going, like, kind of in baby steps. So I said to myself, I'm gonna see big meatballs, really big meatballs. And that week, I actually saw, it was so funny because I don't know if you've ever heard of the movie, wait, I can't even think of the name now. You know, with the giant meatballs, it's like a cartoon. Anyways, so I saw a commercial for the movie coming out, you know, with these gigantic meatballs. And then I also saw a commercial on TV for spaghetti, and on top of it were not just regular sized meatballs, they were like these big, gigantic meatballs. So I was like, okay, so that's what I've been affirming, and so it manifested. And I know it's simple, it might be silly, like, okay, yeah, so you saw a meatball, and what's the point? Well, the point is that you can do it, that you will see whatever it is you're focusing on. And it's not a small manifestation or a big manifestation. Everything is the same. Everything. It's what you put importance on. So if you feel that $1 million is more than $1, like, I mean, logically, in, you know, our 3D reality, $1 million is a lot more than $1. But in your subconscious, if you believe that, or, you know, you keep telling yourself that it's all the same because it's just energy. Money is just energy. There's a certain frequency that money has, and it's all the same. You know, it's you that will bring the abundance of it to come in, you know, like whether it's $1 or $1,000 or $1 million or $3 trillion, you know, it's you that really brings that amount in. But if you don't put significance on the amount, then you're going to see more evidence of bigger amounts coming to you. I hope that makes sense. But if you tell yourself, okay, why do I need, you know, $1 million? Well, you want to focus on why you need this money. Because having money without a reason for it, it's like, well, it's kind of useless. It's just sitting there, right? So, okay, if you tell yourself, well, I want to help my loved ones. I want to pay off my medical bills. I want to buy myself a new home. You know, I want to travel the world, whatever it is. If you focus on that, why you need the money, that's why you need the money. Focus on that, because trust me, it might not come in the form of money, believe it or not. You might have a friend saying to you, you know, I'm going to be moving out of country, and I have this house that's just empty. You can stay there for free. You just got to, you know, take care of it, you know, pay the water bill or whatever, the electricity bill. You could enter a contest, and all of a sudden you won a trip to travel the world, all expenses paid, you know? So it might not be in a form of like a big lump sum coming to you. Like a lot of us, we think, oh, the only way to have a big amount of money is to win the lottery, but that's not true. because there's infinite ways that you can get what it is that you want and why you want this money. I hope that makes sense. So the same thing, like, you know, if you want this specific job, you might think that it's at this one company, but it could be a different company giving you that same position, but with like better pay, you know, a better environment, a working environment, less toxic. You know, maybe that other place might have been toxic, but it doesn't matter. If you just trust that what it is that you want is going to come to you and not be in that need, you know, because when you need it, you are telling yourself you don't have it. And I know you're going to say logically, you're looking around, you don't have it. And I get that. That's not what I'm saying. It's in your mind, because once you focus on having it, then you're going to see evidence outside of yourself of that coming to you. Anyways, have yourself a beautiful day. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video.